So the first thing I notice in multiplying these two roots together is that the index is not the same. This is a 3, and every square root has an index of 2. So we can't right away multiply these together. However, we can rewrite each as a fractional exponent, create like fractions, meaning they have the same denominator, and convert them back to root form and multiply them. So how do I take the third root of 5 and convert that to a fractional exponent? Well, if you look at the rule, the radicand, which is a here, becomes your base. So the 5 is the radicand, that's going to become my base of my fractional exponent. The exponent here that the radicand is raised to, that's going to go in the numerator spot. So this is to the first power, so my numerator is going to be a 1. And then the denominator of your fraction is always your index of your root. So this was the third root, so it should be 1/3 as your fraction. Okay, times. So to convert the square root of 2 to a fractional exponent, remember the radicand, which is 2, becomes your base. And then the exponent that 2 is raised to becomes your numerator. So this is 2 to the first power, so there should be a 1 in the numerator. And then your denominator of your fraction is always your index of your root. And remember, the index of every square root is a 2. So we rewrote as fractional exponents. Next, we're going to create like fractions. So to convert thirds and halves into the same denominator, we're converting these to sixths. So if I multiply the denominator by 2, I have to multiply the top by 2. And to convert halves to 6, I have to multiply by 3. So if I multiply the denominator, I multiply the numerator. So this becomes 5 to the 2/6 times 2 to the 3/6. So I created like fractions there. Now we're going to convert back to root form. So 5 to the 2/6, open up a root. Your base, which is 5, becomes your radicand, right? And then let's take a look. Where am I going to put the 2 and where am I going to put the 6? So your 2, which is your numerator, that becomes your exponent that the radicand is raised to. So this would be 5 to the second power. And then your denominator, which is a 6, your denominator always becomes your index, right, of your root. So the index is going to be a 6, okay, times. All right, we're doing the same route in order to convert 2 to the 3/6 into root form. So I know that the 2, the base becomes a radicand, and that's raised to the third power because the numerator is a 3, and I'm taking the 6th root of that because the denominator is a 6. So now that the index matches, they're both 6s, I can actually multiply this together. So to multiply this together, well, 5 squared is 25, so I'm actually going to write that down, and then 2 to the third is 8. So if I multiply 25 and 8, I would get 200. So this will be my final simplified answer, the 6th root of 200.